But now you think you're being harassed, right?
I know I am.
You think your phones are bugged.
Yes.
Who's bugging your phones? Do you know?
I don't know absolutely for sure.
How do you know they're bugged?
Through the batteries of my phones, I'm being tracked. There's micro mini chips put on every battery that I purchase on a phone or computer, laptop. They're being stolen from me. And
You've been through 28 phones?
yeah, prepaid, anonymous names, everything.
And so you walk into a store and buy a prepaid phone, and it's bugged?
Not at the time I purchase it.
And how do they get their hands on it and bug it?
They steal from me every day, every night, and replace it with a phone that they have bugged.
And
they
it
follow
looks the
me
same?
everywhere I go. Exactly the same.
But now, if they have installed, we'll just talk about who
Yeah.
they
Good question.
is. They are a bunch of sons of bitches.
They really are. They're
we all have they in our lives, right?
The big question, Karen, who is they?
But if they installed a microchip in your eyebrow, then why do they bother bugging your phones and computers? Because your eyebrow pretty much goes where you go.
Well, according to the website that I looked up, I figured, I wonder, and I'm not saying anything
Which
to anybody
side is
until I
it
do
on?
my research.
Which side's it?
Both of them, both of my eyebrows.
I really hope if I watch this episode, I really hope that Dr. Phil is not condescending and or rude. I mean, I know he can put plenty of people in their place when they're just totally out of line and out of whack, but this lady's ill. And hopefully he's kind and caring and doesn't just, make me upset.
Woke up one morning about 2.5 months ago, and this is crazy. It's crazy.
I mean,
I couldn't even believe it. Is it possible to put a human micro mini chip in someone to be able to track them? I looked it up. I looked up human micro mini chip implants. A government website came up.
oh my gosh, his face.
But you found this on the internet.
I wasn't laughing
On
at
the
her.
internet.
I was laughing
I
at
called
his
the
face.
Secret Service. I was at my...
Okay, when was this recorded? Like 10 years ago or something? Oh, 11 hours ago, but this isn't season 14. It won't do it. How many? Yeah. Seasons. Uh, 20. Okay, so I should know that. Is the current season? Okay. And so we are watching season 14. Well, this poor lady. And it doesn't say anything else. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 7 years ago. Well, that's when all kinds of crazy stuff was being found out. The chemtrails and oh, poor lady.
The result ready to just self-destruct. I was helpless.
So you called the Secret Service?
Exhausted all my options. I called the Secret Service in San Diego. Guess what? I said, I'm going to tell you what I found. Could you please tell me if this is real or not? Yes, ma'am, it is real. I said, do you believe my story? Because no one, the whole 2 years, has not believed my story, including the police. No help from anybody. No one believed me. I look like an idiot. I look mentally insane. That's how they set it up. And they accomplished everything. So I asked this guy, I said, he said, Karen, I believe everything you're saying because it has happened to people, but your situation is too deep, too technical, and too complicated for us to handle. You need to go to the Attorney General in Sacramento to get this resolved. Because yes, it's happening to you. I've experienced 8 times over the last 2 years, blood on my ears, little micro. I'd wake up in the morning, my ear, it started first.
Zoom in on her.
My ear was so sore, I thought I had infection. Well, 8 times after that, it has happened. And I looked up how would they get them inside me? How do they put them in you? And the website was telling me how they do it intravenously.
Well, if it...
Or through your ears.
Well, if it's on the internet, it must be true.
Website.
Come on.
Well, yeah.
Well, if it was on the internet... Okay, so they put microchips behind your eyebrows, and they go in through your earlobes?
They can go in a couple ways, and they're so small they can do it intravenously.
Through your earlobes?
Through earlobes or through your inside of your elbow here.
But you gave us a picture of a scar right here.
Right. Because they knew I was coming here, and they know I'm not going to stop until they're behind bars. They knew I was coming here. They're trying everything they can to shut me down. They want me paralyzed.
And up until 2 years ago, you were living a very nice, kind of suburban, mainstream life. Why are you a high-value target?
Well, I've always said I'm nobody special. I'm just an ordinary, hardworking person.
What's your interest to them?
They've stolen from me money, used my company information for other companies.
But I would think they spent
Drugs.
way more than that.
It takes a lot of money to do that, and people have asked me that. What makes you so important, Karen, that you think they're going to spend all this money on you? I don't know. I don't understand, and these are the questions
But
I need.
mean, these things have got to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars so they could jack your pet grooming company?
No, my limousine company.
Your limousine company?
My limousine company.
Wait, imagine. Okay, here's a new sci-fi idea for my new book. So right, they throw this on here, so she sounds like crazy, but yet this is all really going on, and she's just hip to the notion. So they're gonna put her on here, so that everybody thinks we're all crazy, but really, there's nano chips in our food, man. All you gotta do is step outside and breathe in the air, and you got microchips, man.
And I believe drug trafficking was going on with my limousines.
It's not
I found
funny,
drug
though.
residue in my limousine coming out of the cushions.
Is that why you ripped up your brother's couch?
I didn't rip it up.
You
I
can
was
wait,
washing. I was going to wash the cushions. That looks pretty ripped up. Yeah,
Did they rip it up, or somebody ripped it up?
I did that. I did that. Yes, I did.
You said you
To
didn't
take
rip it
pictures
up.
for you.
I'm sorry?
I didn't. Well, yeah, obviously I did. Yes, sir. I did rip it up. I did rip it up. I did that.
What did you think after you ripped that up and you didn't find a stash of drugs in there?
Well, I knew there was not going to be any drugs in there.
What were you looking for?
I wanted to see if the first time I did it, when I moved to my apartment, I was going to wash my cushions. I found one cushion like that. I wanted to see how many other cushions. That couch was a down feather couch. It's no longer down feather.
Well, it's not hell anything now.
I know. Bunch of ripped up polyester.
What,
And a crazy person's life.
what were you looking for?
I believe drugs were being stuffed into my couch cushions.
Did you find any?
I found a lot of residue. Yes, I did. I vacuumed it up. And I put it in a clean vacuum bag. And I was going to bring it to you.
Well, let me see.
And I thought, I didn't bring it. I didn't bring it because of the reaction I get now. When I tell people my story, I stop
you
telling
have
them.
evidence and you didn't bring it.
Well, I tell you what, it would have been stolen anyways. I know in my head what's going on here. They can steal anything else they want to steal, Dr. Phil. It doesn't matter. It's up here, and I'm not stupid.
Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back,
goodness.
we'll talk to Karen's brother and find out if he is part of they that's having Karen followed and where he sits now. He doesn't have a couch.
That's true.
We'll come back.
Oh man, this poor lady. But yeah, how many people think this, and how many years has it taken for lots of? Maybe this is why people think those things, is because they started portraying this stuff. Like, how many years ago did I just say this video was? 8. Oh boy. Or, I'm a college student, so we could write a thesis statement, and we would need to gather evidence. So therefore, we would need, a few different points of view, or, 3 different ideas, and then I would pick the one that best suits my viewpoint. That's how you write a term paper. Sad.